Or Scorpion's OP. Oh yeah, bro. I got a strike on YouTube again. I have a strike on YouTube, so I can't post for a week. It's crazy. Or Scorpion's OP. Let's go. I mean, the only way to get money is going live. I don't go live that much because I got banned. Ooh, well. Got packed up. It got packed up. Is the audio okay? Because you get banned. I don't know why they're banning you for
other. One of the
other...
most intimidating builds in the game. They're also one of the oldest, and have been in the game since before the devs even added the terrestrial server DLC.
They were aquatic scorpions.
Of powerful claws and deadly stinger.
Why is that monkey messing with that scorpion?
Anyone looking to challenge them in combat. But has their ancient strategy held up in the face of the immense power creep the game has seen? Let's take a closer look at the stats and abilities Scorpions employ, and ultimately decide where they fall on the tier list. This video was made in partnership with Curiosity.
But let me see the tier list. Cats number 2, bees number 3, dolphins number 4, crocs, and dogs. Damn. Humans S tier, of course. Bro using shields from Super Smash Bros. LMAO. Got him for... Okay. Tier list not looking too bad.
They fall on the tier list. This video was made in partnership with Curiosity Stream. First, their stats.
OP.
The Scorpion's stats are fairly decent across the board.
They have good stealth, good HP, good the mobility is mid, defense. Oh no, their power is the highest thing, and that's like a 70, 75. 60 defense, intelligence 20. Damn, they're dumb. Are tarantulas OP? Nah, to be honest, not really. Unless you get bit. Like a tarantula is so easy to kill. Get yourself a book or something. Bam, 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 bam. It's dead. HP, yo. Their builds their stats are kind of mid.
Nothing completely overtuned, but not really lacking in any areas other than mobility and intelligence. Their power is obviously quite strong, as the Scorpion sports multiple types of damage-dealing equipment. Their claws act as potent grappling weapons, which can also deal minor crushing and slicing damage.
Why does that
mouse
think you can hang with that?
Being able to one-shot most players if the move connects. Big if there,
maybe we should watch a video on that.
Their defenses are quite sturdy, though they sport the fairly standard chitin armor found.
Oh my god, why are these things thinking they can square with a Scorpion?
To be able to deflect most attacks from players within their
I don't know tarantulas. I've never seen a tarantula in real life.
Giving it ample time to counterattack with its piercing sting.
Look how they're fighting themselves.
It gets easily crushed by larger foes, however.
Oh damn,
this
they got packed up.
This armor is also crucial for avoiding passive environmental damage from things like sandstorms, which are common in the biomes Scorpion mains favor. Despite the fact that humans have a way to completely negate the Scorpion's camouflage, against most opponents, the Scorpion's stealth is quite effective. In addition to camouflage, the Scorpion's flat shape allows it to easily wedge itself into more defensible positions.
Oh damn!
And their digging ability enables them to take cover in a pinch.
I thought they only lived in like deserts and stuff.
Because stealth is basically their only option against
what is this
powerful
meerkat
players.
doing?
They have very little defense against attacks from larger builds.
It bit off his stinger. That's crazy.
Venom would make for an effective deterrent against attacks. But as we'll see, this defense falls apart rather quickly when it's truly tested. Their intelligence being below average is no surprise. Intelligence builds weren't viable at all when Scorpions were first added to the game. And while it's by far the most power-crept stat in the game now, back during the Ordivision expansion, intelligence as a strategy was largely ignored, and most players didn't level it beyond the point of granting basic sensory capabilities. So with all that said, Scorpions are a solid build with a straightforward strategy and a respectable history. However, as alluded
to these
earlier,
random things just fighting
Scorpions
has
massively undercut the viability of Scorpion builds. A good player will have very little difficulty playing around the Scorpion's strengths and exploiting its major weaknesses. So let's talk about those weaknesses.
It's literally trying to pick up its
the straightforward nature of the Scorpion's strategy is great for new players to be able to learn quickly. The Scorpion's core strategy is to grapple an opponent, immobilizing them so that the Scorpion's sting attack can connect without issue. The problem is, if they miss their grapple attempt, things can get dicey pretty quickly.
The spider, it was trying to kill a spider.
Holding the target in place,
it literally missed, bro. Close range and it missed.
Accuracy rating. It's easily dodged, blocked, or avoided.
Twice!
Worse still,
missed twice.
This stinger is not a disjointed hitbox.
Now that's why all these animals
can be damaged just the same as the rest of the Scorpion's body.
Oh damn.
In fact, when dealing with a Scorpion, this is the optimal strategy. Scorpion claws are fairly weak compared to other clawed arthropods. Hermit crabs and lobsters can both deal far more damage via their vice grip attacks.
Oh my
Scorpions
god.
rarely deal lethal damage in such a way, so if an opponent attacks and disables their stinger,
It's
often
totally
game
smart.
over
It's
the
going for
scorpion.
this. It's going for the stinger.
Scorpions also have very little counterplay when faced with multiple opponents. With no multi-target or AoE attacks, and no means of quick escape, they're quickly overwhelmed from a multi-directional
Damn.
onslaught.
Getting killed by
Their
yeah.
grab
Scorpions
attacks
are mid. I'm
also
not gonna lie.
as effective as they need to be at times. Because they mostly rely on the pointed ridges of their claws to maintain grip, armored targets that can resist being punctured by these spines can often slip right out of their grip with ease. Not that the Scorpion had much hope of landing
Damn,
a
they
sting
couldn't
against
sting
a
it.
target with high puncture resistance anyway. Now let's talk about matchups. First, the bad, of which there are many. The Scorpion's worst matchups are going to be builds that spec into puncture-resistant armor or
Like
venom
what?
resistance. Several mammal builds, like the Shrew and Mongoose, opt for venom resistance solely for the purpose of subverting the Scorpion's defenses.
It literally is not doing
which
no
makes
damage
this
to
a
the
borderline
meerkat,
unwinnable
bro.
matchup. The
They're
round shape of
packing it up,
beetle
bro.
armor is perfect for deflecting sting attacks, and extremely difficult to secure via grappling. Beetles
Yeah.
tend to also be fairly lacking in their offensive stats, so it is rare to actually be defeated by one, but as a hunting target, they present quite a challenge. Ants obviously must be
What beetle
avoided
is
at
that,
all
stag?
costs, as scorpions have no outs
Damn.
against a swarming attack.
Look at his eyes. See his
Birds
eyes?
have high accuracy on their pecking attacks and are often quite good at targeting their stingers. Their quick movement presents very little opportunity for counterattack.
It can't react too.
making
It
this
can't
a
react
tough
quick enough.
matchup. Certainly not impossible though, as one hit from the stinger is likely enough to KO any bird,
So,
and their
yeah.
feathers provide zero puncture resistance.
So
Reptiles
they
are
have no
kind of a
venom
toss-up.
resistance.
An attack from a lizard or snake is usually powerful enough to deal heavy damage through the scorpion's armor. However, these attacks usually present ample opportunity for a stinging counterattack too.
Yeah,
If
'cause
it
they gotta get
connects,
close.
It may one-shot the reptile, but not before it has already dealt potentially lethal damage anyway.
Damn.
Scale armor is also somewhat puncture resistant, so this combined with the sting's low accuracy
Oh.
means these fights
Oh, it can't-
tend
it
to
can't hit
favor
it,
the
it can't-
reptile.
Oh, yo,
For good
Snake
matchups,
literally grabbed him and
scorpions are
just.
actually quite effective against spiders. They
Bro, I
lack
can't
strong
bro.
armor and need to
Nature
get
is
in
so
close to
brutal,
deliver
bro.
their own
What the
lethal
hell is
strike,
that?
presenting lots of opportunity for counterattacks.
Oh, what is that?
Their webbing is of course a threat, but it's difficult for a spider to web down all three weapons, especially since the claws can slice through silk. Scorpions are also fairly decent at defending themselves from mammals like cats and dogs, as their
But the
claws
cat gets-
cannot do much damage against the scorpion's armor, but the scorpion can easily counterattack for lethal if the mammal gets too close.
Yo, you see, if that
There
thing,
are a few abilities I
hits
think
the-
could turn scorpions
bro, use
into a
Minecraft
top-tier
spider
threat.
sounds.
A
Oh,
more versatile grappling option would
what
be
is
a
that?
solid
A
start.
slug.
Their claws struggle to secure opponents with puncture resistance or round shape, both of which are fairly abundant in the current meta.
Yo, you see all
But
that?
there are plenty of other
that
grappling
sluggish
techniques they could spec
slime?
into instead of pincher claws. The Velvet Worm's glue spray attack
It's a worm.
could work well to immobilize prey, though this might not
Oh,
be super effective when trying
that's
to pin a player
disgusting.
to a sandy surface.
It's literally shooting
They
that
could spec
sticky
into the
substance
sort
at
of
it.
tether grab attack, like the chameleon uses. Though this
Hmm.
requires a level of precision and accuracy that I don't think the Scorpion's current perception perks can quite support. Scorpions could really benefit from catching up to the other arthropods who run the compound eyes perk, as this would really
Yo,
help
that
alleviate
fly
their
looks so
accuracy
funny.
problem. One strat I think would work really well would be to min-max for the burrowing playstyle a bit more deliberately. The Antlion's playstyle of building a trap could be really effective, and the Scorpion is
Yeah.
already fairly decent at digging holes.
It just needs to
The
lay
added
and wait for a
protection
long
of
time.
staying out of sight would help against some of their worst matchups.
Hey, what's that
too.
sticky stuff? I
As
have
they
no
are
idea
now,
what it is,
though,
man.
to be honest, I do think
Is that a
Scorpions
fox
have
or a
been power
dog?
prepped pretty hard, and that their glory days of being a top meta threat are long gone.
Yeah, bro. In movies, they
Their
always make
powerful
scorpions look
grab,
scary.
sting, death combo is still quite powerful, but their strategy is too easily subverted to make a dent in high-level play. I
That
place
is
them
eating
firmly
it.
in D tier on the
Damn,
list.
that's a.
Nonetheless,
that's so
Scorpions
tough.
are a fascinating build
D
that I
tier,
do
bro?
hope eventually get buffed. If you'd like to learn more about Scorpions, there's an
Yo. Scorpions are mid, bro. Scorpions are very mid. But they always make scorpions seem scary, like the scariest